Smoked beef ribs. Today I'm going to show you how to make smoked juicy beef ribs using a pellet smoker. I'm even going to show you a few easy hacks that you've never seen before. This will enhance the flavor of your ribs and get more smoke. If you're new to the channel, this is Orozco's Kitchen, and I make barbecue videos, I make food reviews, and I make delicious home meals. Let's get it!
Today I'm going to be making beef back ribs. Alright, we're going to be smoking beef ribs today on the smoker on the Pit Boss Pro Series 850. You've been wondering how to smoke beef ribs? I'm going to show you guys right now.
And if you're thinking I look like the Eggman, think again.
This is a cut from Costco. Let's get started. First thing I want to do is go ahead and sear these ribs. I want to lock the juices in and get that bark going. But first, let's marinate these.
All right, so with any good barbecue, you got to use mustard as your binder. You can use barbecue sauce or oil or something else, but I like mustard. Then get you some Montreal steak seasoning. I like to use the one from Costco. It has everything you need in any kind of beef. So when I marinate beef, I always use Montreal steak seasoning, and I pour it on thick, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because I like it thick. Aye. So I had some pork ribs too, some baby backs, because my kids like the pork baby back. So I'm gonna marinate these as well. And I just used one all-purpose seasoning for the pork ribs and some tahini. If you never use tahini, bro, you need to get tahini in your life. It is bomb, especially on pork. I always use tahini on pork shoulder, pork ribs, you name it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open me a brewski, because as I'm grilling, as I'm smoking, I drink. Here's my son.
Hi.
Hi.
What's cooking? Who's cooking?
Daddy.
Daddy's cooking?
So what I like to do with my ribs is I like to sear them first to lock in those juices, get that bark going. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the smoker to the high setting on my Pit Boss and sear both sides. Just about 5 minutes per side is enough. Just get a small sear. You don't need to sear the hell out of it. Just enough to lock it in where it starts to change color on the skin, on the surface of the ribs. That's when you know you have enough bark. Now let's set it down to 225.
We're gonna smoke these beef ribs to an internal temperature of 198 to 203, and the pork ribs are going the same. Say hi.
Hi.
We're gonna be smoking these ribs now. We went ahead and set them at 225. Mwah. All right, he's gonna go play with the siblings. We're gonna smoke these for about 4 hours. Then we're gonna wrap them. Right now it's set to 225.
So I went ahead and probed my beef ribs because I wanted to know once I reached 172 to 175 internally, so I can go ahead and wrap them in butcher paper. And I was gonna smoke these for about 4 hours, but whichever one comes first, 4 hours or the internal temp. All right, so look, this is a grilling hack, a smoking hack. It's just a hack, all right? Some people say it's dumb. I don't really care, but go ahead and use 3 aluminum foil sheets and get you a bowl, and then go ahead and uncover the bowl, and I'll show you why I'm doing this. All right, so go ahead and mold it into a bowl of aluminum, because this is going to go into your smoker right in the center. Get you a stick of butter. Half a stick of butter is good, and put it right in the middle. As you know, the Pit Boss is hottest in the center, so let that go ahead and start melting. All right, and right now what I'm going to do is, it's 173 internally. I'm going to brush my ribs with that butter. And some people say, oh yeah, you could have just used a cast iron little cup. Well, I don't care. I like to be creative and have fun while I grill and smoke, so I invented this, and I think it's pretty cool. Tell me what you think. Anyway, so I went ahead and throw my butter, and here's another invention. I get the pellets. All right, you don't have to go buy smoked chips. This works. Get your pellets, get a little bit of water, and let them start soaking in there. And then what I did is I went ahead and started poking holes at the bottom. Let all that water run out. You don't want to leave the water in there too long. Just a couple seconds is good, just enough to soak them. And then go ahead and wrap it with foil and poke holes on the top. You're making a smoke box. You can do this with wood chips or wood chunk, and it works. You get more smoke, because a lot of people complain that there's not enough smoke coming out of the Pit Boss. So this actually helps with that smoke. I love it. I've been doing it for a while. You can also get a little aluminum tray if you don't like my hack, which is fine. You won't hurt my feelings. Do it however you want. All right, so we're gonna keep flipping these ribs. And we're gonna flip these on its belly now. Get a little char going on there, and some butter on the back end, because you need flavor on both sides. All right, guys. And these things are almost ready to wrap. I went ahead and melted some butter inside the house and coated them, and this is how they look right now. They're pretty much at temperature. It's been 4 hours, and I'm gonna go ahead and take them off.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, my neighbor was saying hi. He said, "Hey, looks good." That's a good neighbor too, by the way. So get your butcher paper. I like to do 2 sheets equal lengths, and what I do is I use a razor blade, and then I fold the paper over and just cut it. That way I don't slice my table underneath. So I use a Pam butter spray. Some people are against this, and again, I don't care. This works for me. If it works for eggs, it'll work for this too, and it's only to coat the paper. So you saw that I was coating it with the other butter, which is a quality butter. So let's go ahead and wrap these beef ribs, and what I do is I just leave enough to wrap it one side, and then I fold the other side inwards. I fold both ends in, and I like to flip it towards the camera so you guys can see. Fold the back end, and it's almost like wrapping a gift, because it is a gift. It's beef ribs, baby. And I got my pork ribs. I wrapped them as well. I didn't show you guys, but it's the same process. So it's been 2 hours of it smoking in the butcher paper. It's time to pull them out and go ahead and unwrap these. And that smoke box, you don't need it anymore. You can go ahead and remove it from your pellet grill as well. And let's go ahead and unwrap the beef ribs first. And what you want to do is just throw them back into the smoker. And I like to put it on the left side, the beef ribs, because they're bigger, and the left side of the smoker is hotter, you guys. All right, and that's because the bottom under tray is at a higher height and it's closer to the grill plate, so it's hotter. So go ahead and set it to 250, and this is for the last hour to get that bark back. So I use a 4-2-1 method on my ribs. I know some people like to use the 3-2-1. Good for you, bro. So now it's time to cut into these beef ribs. They were super delicious and juicy. Oh my god. I had made beef ribs before, but honestly, these came out way better, and they were just delicious. And today was New Year's. Everybody loved these beef ribs. They're giant. They're pretty intimidating.
Got this nice beef rib here. That's good.
What I liked most about the beef ribs was the fat on the back end. It was crunchy. The meat itself was soft. It was very moist, and it just had a really smoky flavor to it as well. I absolutely destroyed these things, man. So I had to cut these other ribs, the pork ribs, because I was serving these as well. So I said, what the heck? Let me go ahead and give it a try. Let me see how the pork ribs came out. These were baby backs, and these, they had a nice bark. I sometimes make them fall off the bone, and sometimes I don't. It just depends what kind of texture I'm looking for. And my kids don't like them fall off the bone, so that's why I made them this way. And they were delicious. I still had that taste of beef, so I came back for some more. I started digging in like a carnivore.
Now that is a beef rib.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Getting nasty with it. Oh man, then I put some barbecue sauce on it. Oh, this thing was fire, dude. Straight delicious ribs, man. So it was dinner time, and it was time to carve up these baby backs. So I went ahead and sliced these up on both sides of the rack, and went ahead and plated them on my butcher block right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up the beef ribs as well, because I like the presentation. You know, I love to walk in the house with all the meat on this thing. It's really cool. I don't know. It's one of those things that after all this hard work, you get to walk in and be like, bam, it's dinner time, baby. You know what I'm saying? So here's my son trying the rib. He can barely hold this thing, barely bite it. He loved it. This is a close-up of that smoke ring. These things were absolutely delicious. Here's a picture of all the meat together and my plate for that night. I can't take all the credit. All the food was great. Here's to an even better New Year's. Happy 2024, you guys.